Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at the Ki-108, sitting at 4.0 battle rating in realistic battle. This plane is a very mixed bag for me, and well, let's get into her and get it over with. The maximum speed in this plane at sea level is 440 kilometers an hour without whip and 482 kilometers an hour with whip. At 4500 meters the plane goes up to 422 kilometers an hour without whip and 459 kilometers an hour with whip. Finally, at 6500 meters you will be able to go up to 395 kilometers an hour without whip and 435 kilometers an hour with whip. Now, pretty strong whip on the plane, but this plane is not fast, definitely, and you will have problems with the speed catching up to people, let's say. Top speed in a dive in the plane is 724 kilometers an hour before it redlines and 765 kilometers an hour before it rips apart. Now, that is by far not the effective dive speed. The control stiffening already becomes quite heavy at 450 kilometers an hour and absolutely severe at 550 kilometers an hour in such extremes that you cannot get guns on target anymore at around 500 kilometers an hour. Very difficult. So in the boom and zoom roll, this plane definitely is not very good and can only execute very shallow dives on other planes. The stall speed in the plane also isn't fantastic. 170 to 180 kilometers an hour is the stall speed limit of this plane. Firepower in the plane is good, with some big butts on there. The 37mm HO 204 cannon has 35 rounds per gun. I used default belt for that one. The plane is also equipped with 2 times 20mm HO 5 cannons with 200 rounds per gun. I used stealth for that and in total an 800 meter convergence. Now, the 20mm HO 5 cannons have always been very nice and one of my favorite Japanese cannons, but the 37mm on this thing is wildly inaccurate even with both of the gun upgrades unlocked. And it's really terrible, I have to say. You cannot hit a barn while flying through it with this thing, with the 37s. The HO 5 cannons are good. They are rapid firing though, and you are and you will go through your ammo pretty quickly. But if you are trigger patient, you can get a few opponents with that. That's all right. The problem though is getting the guns on target. The ammo load is decent to average. Like I said, with the ammo load, the rapid firing guns, and the inaccuracy on the 37mm gun, it's average to decent for the 20mm. Acceleration in the plane in a straight line is decent, and in a dive it's decent to good. Energy retention in the horizontal is average, and in the vertical it's quite atrocious. You lose a lot of speed, especially when you're maneuvering, and you only have time against a single engine fighter for 1 or 2 turns, and then you are in trouble. The climb rate in the plane is no more than average, and it overheats very badly with WEP in the climb, but also at 100% flying at a certain point. If you overheat it once, then at 100% it goes quicker and quicker to overheat. It is also very slow to cool down, so the overheating really is a problem in this plane. Turn time in the plane is bad, even with flaps, which do rip off at 470 kilometers an hour. Roll rate in the plane is also bad, atrocious, maybe even. Especially when it's slow, it's terrible. The overall maneuverability is bad. The plane is also not durable at all. It is actually pretty bad in that department. The plane is highly flammable, and in my experience you only have to get hit once and you're immediately on fire. Fuel tank fires and engine fires are very easily caught, and you very easily die. I've died to fires millions of times in this plane. It was not a very pleasant experience. And even in the fights where I did reasonably well, up to these matches where I did not die, but when you get 2 kills and you get put on fire time in and time out, that is not very fun. Very difficult plane, very heavy plane, and not a joy to fly, let's say. I actually seriously don't know what the goal is of this plane. It's not a boom and zoomer. Because of the extreme control stiffening in the plane, it really is hit badly by it. You can get with the elevator, you can get out of the dive, but you can do absolutely nothing like getting into a roll or something, or a rolling dive with somebody, because with this control stiffening you will lose and you will be the one who will get shot down. So no, it's not a boom and zoomer. Is in the vertical, it's a very bad to atrocious. It's absolutely terrible. You lose a lot of energy in the vertical. So, and the climb rate is not very well suited to an energy fighter either. Neither is the energy retention in the vertical. So that's not what the plane is, and the plane also is not very good at turn fighting because the turn time is bad. So what role are you gonna use this plane in? Good luck figuring that out. I guess you have to side climb and get to the bombers or something with these guns, because with the terrible spread on the guns, which are wildly inaccurate, if you get close to a bomber and you use that gun, they will probably hit the bomber. So that might be something. But otherwise, I see very little purpose for this plane in game, and I encourage you to try the plane out. if you're a little bit of a sadomasochist. But otherwise, I would say just leave this plane alone, leave it sitting in a tree, and the Ki-109 that comes after it, this is also not very enjoyable, so nothing is lost there. Focus on other things first, and if you eventually unlock this thing, you can jump in it and see if I was right. But, well, I think you'll believe me. Most of you will. Here we go, look at those guns, man. Pew pew pew. You have no idea where that 37 is going. I think I actually got it with 20s. There was a P-47 here somewhere, but he actually disappeared from the screen. There is a few AI planes there, but I turn around slightly too late as the tickets are already counting down. That P-47 apparently crashed. Maybe he got hit by AA or something. But man, was I glad that I got a few decent matches to show you guys. And I mean, you can have terrible shit in this game happening to you. And I will have a few examples of that probably in one of the next two compilations. So here we go for the rewards. Let's see what we got for that performance. We got Final Blow, let's see, Final Blow. 28,000 Silver Lions and 2100 research points. Hey guys, here we are after the match. So you could definitely see that I was in a hurry to get out of this plane, and I'm clicking away everything and like, yes, I got a 2-kill match. Yes, thank you very much, God. Jesus, that was a painful experience in this plane. Very, very painful, and there is absolutely zero reason to fly this thing, as the Ki-96 is at the same battle rating and is a much more enjoyable heavy fighter than this. Otherwise, pick one of the other planes at this battle rating for the Japanese and you'll have a much less frustrating experience. The Ki-108 is also very difficult to define as a flying plane. A bomber hunter, I would say, is the only thing I can think of. It's not a boom and zoomer, it's not an energy fighter, and it's not a turn fighter, so good luck with that. It's yeah, it's a little bit of a what plane, terrible, but it's in the game, so it's there for you to try and to get some pain in. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.